Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today we're going to be bringing you a gameplay of Evolution, A New World. Now, we're going to do something a little different with this gameplay.
We are going to be playing the Cataclysmic variant.
So, in the classic game, which we'll have a preview for that you can reference, you'll actually play through a series of epochs where you draw up cards into your hand, you play out new creatures and animals, evolving them to be any variety of subspecies, whether they're giant insect-devouring carnivores or predatory swimming naval vessels. You'll then go to war with the people around the table, fighting, squabbling for food and resources, and ultimately trying to survive. The victory is going to come to the person
who has the most creatures with the most traits surviving at the end of the game.
Every little adaptation you have scores you points. Now, this works really well in a 3 to 4 player game, which the predecessors to Evolution have indicated countless times. This is a popular system with a lot of history behind it. But here, playing a 2-player version of the game, we thought it would be fun to dive into something a little bit more chaotic, specifically for advanced players, which I mean, we both are not, and something that will display the aspect of the game in a way that I think makes 2-player really shine.
We are each going to get a deck of 20 cards, and we are going to play back and forth until we have 2 cards left in our hand. And then we are going to basically go to war with each other, trying to fight for the food we have here.
Specifically, a minimum of 2. You have to play at least 18 of the cards.
We are trying to react to each other. If he plays Nocturnal, I'm going to want to play something like Sharp Eyes to be able to see him in the night. And so we're kind of trying to go off of each other because there is only 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 food supply.
Yeah.
Not great.
Anyone who doesn't get fed by the end of the epoch is going to expire. Anyone that gets devoured is going to expire. Anyone that eats a poisonous creature is going to expire.
Yeah.
And the point of the game for us is basically we're going to be playing through a few hands in what you'd call a classic game, but we'll be doing so back and forth, rapidly trying to adapt and experiment and explore with what our deck gives us, so that by the end of the game, one of us comes out with the, dominant species.
That's a different game.
That is a different game. Let me start by setting up the concept of Cataclysm, and then I think we start playing the game.
Sounds good.
Right? Okay. Volcanic eruptions, falling meteorites, and ice ages can create catastrophic environmental changes that cause the entire classes of living organisms to become extinct. For example, the Cretaceous cataclysm resulted in the extinction of dinosaurs, while the Great Permian extinction event killed 90% of species inhabiting Earth at the time. In the aftermath of such disasters, surviving animals gain new developmental opportunities, and new ecosystems transform the face of the Earth. Cataclysm variant is intended for experienced players, which we clearly are. On the verge of a catastrophic cataclysm, you must take a giant last leap to enable your animals to survive. It lasts for only 1 epoch, and the winner is determined after a single epoch has been played.
Sounds good.
I'll set this off to the side, and we're going to both have to probably take a quick look at the cards we have in our hand. I'm assuming you've already organized yours, or no?
Yes.
Let me show people one example of what kind of cards we're going to have while you kind of organize your hand, okay?
Okay.
So, you're going to have cards that have top and bottom traits. Each one of these traits are going to have specific effects on the different animals that you've played out. So, for instance, here we have Communication, and we have Nocturnal. Now, Nocturnal is going to be one of 6 more standard traits that don't have their own definition on the card, whereas Communication is a more advanced trait. There's a whole sheet of all those different traits over here, and this is going to actually have the definition of what that trait does and how it's utilized on the card here. Now, on our turn, we could either play down a brand new species, meaning the back of the card showing an adorable little lizard, or we could play down a trait, attaching it to one or potentially multiple, if they're paired traits, animals, either in front of us or, if they're negative, in front of our opponent. So
I'm going to play down my first creature.
Ooh, I'm glad you're doing that. I am not prepped, so I'm going to need a moment or two. You want to talk about the type of creature you just played down?
Oh, it's a plain little creature. I have not identified it yet.
Well, give me some time to figure out my stuff. So if you just want to talk about the type of creature you have, that'd be fantastic.
So in addition to the multitude of traits that are on the top half of the card, if you flip them over, they also have 6 different traits on the bottom half. The 6 different traits can be carnivorous, which adds a food requirement to your needs. Fat tissue, which allows you to feed a little bit extra and store a yellow food cube for the next epoch. +1 high body weight, which is also another food requirement. Nocturnal, +2 parasite, you can only add that to another player's, but that increases their food demand by 2, which is really interesting. And swimming. Nocturnal. To attack a nocturnal animal, a predator must also be nocturnal. And same with swimming. To attack a swimming animal, the predator must also have swimming.
This is kind of brutal.
Are you still not ready?
This is why I like this game mode, though, because there's a lot to deal with, and I have to decide what plays out, what turns into animals, what's going head-to-head with Shira. All right, we're going to start our own little subspecies as well.
Sounds good. Now
we're not going through a fighting phase before the end of this, so
no.
It's one of those, like, back and forth. Oh, man.
I am going to play another animal.
Yeah, I think that might be the initial concept to start with. I'm going to go ahead and do... That could be valuable. That could be valuable. Ooh, this is just going to hurt us both. I'm going to go ahead and play down another animal.
I'm going to play down partnership.
Okay.
A paired trait. A partnership animal with fewer traits than its partner may not be attacked by a predator.
That one's so annoying to deal with. Okay. Question is, how many animals do I want to establish? What can I actually support?
I'm ready for my next move.
Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. So, if we're doing that, I think we need to go ahead and establish a third animal.
Establishing a third as well. You need to be playing a lot faster.
Listen, Shira, there's a lot.
Is there?
There's a lot to think through.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to establish... Oh, so frustrating.
So much fun.
I'm going to establish poisonous.
Yeah.
On the middle creature here.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I am going to... I'm establishing voracious. When a voracious predator consumes a hungry animal, it takes 1 blue cube instead of 2. If it only takes 1 from the attack, return its carnivorous card to the vertical position.
Yeah.
So I need to have a carnivorous card underneath it as well. It basically can attack twice.
Yeah.
You're making lots of little babies over here. I'm gonna...
Oh man, we're gonna establish communication. When a communication takes food from an area, its linked animal also takes food from the same area. Poisonous, by the way, establishes that if Shira eats that animal, she dies.
I am establishing carnivorous.
Okay, great.
Up here.
That is not a surprise.
What is it? Communication? Yeah, you can take from...
I'm going to then establish cooperation. When a cooperation animal
the animals be paired like that?
Yes.
Okay.
When a cooperation animal takes food from an area, its linked animal takes a blue from the supply.
I am placing down communication.
Okay.
Same thing that you just played.
I'm going to establish... Am I under the impression we're going to be able to murder each other? I'm not sure. I'm establishing a scavenger. Mm-hmm. So, when an animal dies as a result of a predator's attack, the closest animal with scavenger to the attacking predator in clockwise direction takes a blue cube.
I am going to place down burrowing. A fed burrowing may not be attacked by a predator.
Okay. So burrowing, you want to be fed as quickly as possible. Mm-hmm. This is really rough.
This is so interesting.
It's really, really rough. Okay. I'm going to establish 1 detrimental mutation on your center animal. That means whenever I attack you, I could ignore one of your traits.
Yep.
And you need more food. You're more hungry.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Oh, stop. She already had it in her hand.
Stasis. Stasis may be added. New traits may not be added to an animal with stasis.
What have you done?
That baby animal.
Oh my gosh.
Just staying out like that.
Oh, it's gonna die.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, not that.
You're the one who put a detrimental mutation on mine.
Yeah, but I didn't do stasis. That's terrifying. He's gonna die during the Ice Age no matter what.
Yep.
That's awful. That's really bad. I did not plan for that. Okay. I'm going to establish horned. If you attack with a predator, I get to roll the die and see if you live or die.
Yep.
Okay.
I am going
That's terrible.
to establish. That would be bad if I established that one. I kind of want to do this.
What? Doing a parasite?
Yeah, you have a +2 need on that card.
Yeah, but I score points if I'm able to complete it.
Yeah, you do. What are you playing next?
I'm very frustrated with you. You're a terrible person.
No, I'm not.
Who's trying to murder my creatures.
I'm ready with my next card.
I'm sure you are. I'm going to apply transparent. I cannot be attacked until I'm fully fed.
Is it fully fed? No, until you have a food on your cube.
Oh, a food. All right. Bad adaptation.
I'm putting down poisonous.
Okay.
If you eat me with my detrimental mutation that you can ignore something, you die.
I can ignore your poisonous, though.
You can ignore one trait, but then a partnership, if this has fewer traits, you cannot attack it.
I see. So you're protected unless... I see. Okay. I'm going to play down another creature since you're trying your best to murder my creatures.
I am playing down a cosmopolitan.
Can eat from anywhere.
Anywhere.
I'm going to establish another creature.
Another creature?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh, you're just making babies. Nice. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
You lose.
No.
What?
No.
Sorry, I was confused then. I could have sworn, though, that you...
I'm putting down Xylophagus. When I take a shelter, I can also take blue.
Okay. I'm going to establish tail loss. Meaning I'm kind of protected.
Making a baby.
Okay. I'm going to establish carnivorous.
Actually, I'm making the baby over on this side. Sorry. It makes a difference. Alright. And then I'm playing down partnership.
Okay, what does partnership do?
Fewer traits, then a partner may not be attacked by a predator.
Going to establish nocturnal.
What's nocturnal do?
Allows me to eat from caves, and other animals that don't have nocturnal cannot fight me.
I have to check skill. Oh, that's not helpful. I am going to put down Cosmopolitan over here as well.
Okay. I'm going to establish another creature.
You realize you have only one creature that can eat animals, right? You have to have the carnivorous trait to eat animals.
Yes. I realize this.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to Don't know what I want to do. I'm going to put down fat tissue. Fat tissue allows me... a fed animal with empty fat tissue can continue to feed.
Okay.
I might actually put it over here. Okay.
Going to establish...
Carnivorous?
Carnivorous.
Yeah, you better.
Now, you don't have to play the last 3. You can play up to the last 3.
Oh, I'm going to play the last 3.
Okay.
I'm playing a baby.
Yep. I'm going to play... Going to play a scavenger.
Another scavenger.
Yep.
You're basically hoping to pick off the people who eat.
That's the thought.
Putting down swimming.
Ooh, establish swimming. Interesting. Just as a defense mechanism, I assume.
Yeah, you have nothing that can swim. Right now.
For now. I'm establishing swimming.
Yeah, there we go.
You could pass on your last card.
Pass.
Pass?
Yeah.
I'm going to play my last card as... No, I'm passing. Okay, so we're going to resolve the actual fight now. So, starting with... You played first, right?
Yeah.
So it's your first play then?
Yeah.
Okay?
Taking this. Putting it on this.
Okay.
Xylophagus means when I take that, I get a... I take a blue cube from the supply.
Sure.
When I'm fed with burrowing, you cannot attack me. A partnership with fewer traits, you cannot attack this one.
Okay. Okay. I am going to attack with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to attack... He's going to attack my single stasis.
You're attacking yourself?
Yeah.
Can a paired animal attack itself?
Actually, I'm gonna start different. Yeah, you could attack anyone. So
right.
I'm actually gonna start with my stasis person, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab. No, if I put food on him, I'm in trouble. I'm gonna go with my cooperation guy, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab.
You're gonna be putting on a blue trait. You're gonna be visible as soon as you do it.
Yeah, but I'm poisonous. You don't want to eat me anyway. I've got to go visible at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm poisonous. You don't want to eat someone that's poisonous. You only have one carnivore.
Mm-hmm.
You only have one carnivore. This is rough. This is very rough.
You ready?
No. All right, I'm going to take this and that. Wait, it's a blue one that I take. That and that. Okay.
I'm attacking your stasis.
Okay.
I get to attack. I can attack again. So with
Why
my
can you attack again? Oh, it's because it's hungry.
voracious, I only take one blue one.
Yeah, but you're hungry.
If I only take one blue one, I can return its carnivorous thing to the standing
so
position.
you get 2 attacks.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to... attack your swimmer.
Okay. Died. Yeah, it was sad. Alright.
Your partnerships are big.
He's going to take food from here, which allows him... When an animal takes food from an area, it's linked, can also take from the same area. He's fed. He needs another food.
Okay. Now your fed person can't attack again.
Correct.
Because he's fully fed.
There was no one else for me to attack. I'd rather survive.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
That middle one needs 4.
Yeah, my middle one, though, is a beefy boy. It's a beefy boy. Concerned about this. Okay, I'm going to take a food, which will give a food here.
He is going to eat. He can take food from anywhere. He's going to take this nocturnal, which he's going to use the fat tissue. Because he's already satisfied. But
Okay.
Just in case and deprived.
Just out of spite?
Yeah, out of spite.
Great.
A fat animal may continue to feed any taken is immediately converted to yellow.
Okay. I'm going to have my nocturnal one grab from the cave. I don't need to grab from the... Okay, your turn. You only have one more that needs food.
No, this one needs the second food.
Ah.
He is going to grab this.
Okay. I think I'm one off on my food.
2 off.
Why
Needs
2
4.
off? Yeah, I'm one off on my equation, though. Because I wanted him to be fed, and then this guy to take the tail from this one. My plan was to roll the die and have this one survive by chewing on the guy's tail. I think it's more important for him to live. So we're gonna go ahead and grab.
Who can you even attack?
This one.
Okay.
That's my sacrifice.
Tail loss.
We're going to grab that. Okay, on to you.
When your tail loss is attacked by a predator, you may discard one of its traits. Your animal survives and the predator takes one instead of the other.
I shouldn't technically have another cube on this one because it doesn't need it, so.
I wish I could share food. I wish. There's nothing else for me to do.
Okay, it's going to come down to my tail loss. It's not a roll. I can discard one of the traits to give one food. And then I have everyone. This guy goes extinct because he has not been fed.
This guy goes extinct.
Everyone else has been fed. So go ahead and add up. You get 3 points per animal.
9.
You get 1 point
10,
per
11, 12,
card.
Does this count for both of them?
Nope, just one.
Okay.
And then you get bonus points for how much extra food they wanted. 27.
22.
Ooh.
Yeah, you did much better there.
You needed to eat this.
I did, but it was poisonous. I was gonna die.
If your baby animal
I had a carnivore.
carnivore?
I had only 2 carnivorous traits.
I know, I didn't have many either.
That was a problem.
I didn't have many
I realized that after a lot of these that I turned face down, I think this one had a carnivorous on it. This one had a carnivorous on it. I didn't realize until afterwards. I was like, I'm wiped. I have no carnivorous traits.
If you had a baby and had set up to eat this, I didn't have my issue with you is I needed more negative traits to bump up some of your defenses because I couldn't attack half your people.
Nope.
So that's the one shot style. Normally you'd play through all of this would be built up over the course of 6 epochs, for instance. And so you'd play, you'd resolve, you'd grab food, and then you'd continue drawing cards and playing cards. It builds a lot slower, but the same kind of back and forth is the puzzle that you're looking to solve. Thoughts? What do you think of the head-to-head?
I like it. It presents a
style.
very, very different puzzle that was very interesting. I would definitely play it differently. I would pay... These also are very variable. Where's the rest of them?
I have them in the bag. But
So some of them are just swimming related. Some of them are... different traits can eat from different ones. Some of them have a lot more food. Some of them have a lot more shelters.
Yeah.
And so I should have paid more attention to how much food there was.
Yep.
There was very little, and I should have used my carnivores a lot better.
Yeah, part of it was
because also if I had killed that one, if I had sacrificed something to kill that one, there would have been more food. I could have done it as soon as, even though it was transparent, as soon as it had one food on it, I could have seen it.
That is what I was concerned about. But I was hoping I knew with your largest person being your only predator, you'd be hurting both of us at the same time. So, it was kind of a balancing act. Either way, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little excursion into evolution. Mm-hmm. Like I said, this was a weird take on a more standardized game. Yeah. But we thought, for 2-player, we'd go head-to-head and really see if we could test our mights a little bit. And the best of us won, so that's always really good. Not that I've lost every time I've played off camera.
Whatever the case, whatever you do, remember to do the important thing.
Get out and play some games.
Eat the bigger animals.
We'll see you next time.